Hi, welcome to Power Motion YouTube channel. Today this video I want to talk about the differences between the new Tern model for 2016. So they make quite a bit of significant changes in 2016. So just gonna give you a quick summary as to what are some of the changes that happening in 2016 for the Tern Note. First thing is the adjustable handlebar. Second thing is the serviceable quick release for the handle post, and also some of the small detail of the rack, and some of the minor detail we're going to get into more of individual. Let's go right into take a look at the individual part. Okay, so one of the major significant changes in 2016 is the handlebar and the mechanical that holds the handlebar. So this is a 2015. It only had, well, first of all, the handlebar itself is like a straight bar, so it's more closer to a mountain bike style. On the 2016, they completely changed it to a sway back handlebar, so feel more like a cruiser bike style. So I really like this kind of a sort of a geometry, and just makes it a lot more comfortable. And the major different changes is on the 2015, you only have a single point of opening the handlebar, and then the only thing you can adjust is just sort of up and down. But on the 2016, they almost mimicking the touring bike of the P24. It has a single quick release that you can adjust it, but this one actually had two quick release, so you can get a better tension of that, and then you can adjust like either forward, up, or even if I want to pull backward, I can pull backward as well too. So I want to talk about these changes. Is significant, mix the whole. It's a game changer, to be really honest with you. So one of the things that Tern really focus on is the making as strong as possible and the handle post. So this is a one-piece forged aluminum, just kind of wide at the bottom and narrow at the top. So the whole idea is if I'm going to be riding really hard and putting my pusher on the top, and all the stress point is lower right here. So by making this one piece, it makes this handle post really, really strong. But there's still a bit of problem if I'm someone taller, if I'm someone shorter hand, I don't have any adjustment. Some other folding bike, what they do is they allow you to have just basically adjust the handle post up and down. But when you do that, it basically removing the rigidity of the handle post. So I really like the design because it does not reduce any rigidity of the handle post. But one really nice thing is, like right now, I'm basically adjusted to the highest point as possible. So that's almost like 2.5 inches in terms of the height. So it gives you a lot more height if you a taller person. But if I'm a person that has a shorter hand, and I can actually pull it back, right? Pull it as far back as possible. So if I'm a shorter hand, I don't have to lean over to ride this bike comfortably. I can just pull it back. So I mean, this is a beautiful hardware. This is a beautiful design. I really appreciated that Tern had come up with such a beautiful hardware. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next item. So the next item is actually completely hidden. You cannot see it at all. I have to open it to show it to you. So it's inside of the quick release of the handlebar. So if I open this here, and if I want to make this tighter fit, because maybe after a while then this may get loose, so I cannot make adjustment easily in here. But if you take a look at the 2016, you open this up, they basically almost fitting a clip here. So I can actually manually adjust it by hand. You can hear tick, click, click, click. So if I want to make it tighter, I just have to dial it. By listening to the click sound, I know how much that I have done it. But I didn't have to use any tool. I can make those adjustments, either tighten it or loosen it. If I'm too tight, I can just lose it. But the key thing is just this sort of click. I can just hear that. You see that? That's something that nobody talk about it. Okay. So that's the second significant changes in the 2016 Note. I'm going to move on to the next item. Okay, so next item I want to talk about is the rack. as you can tell right off the bat, the 2016 using a much more thicker tube. The major significance is on the 2015, the maximum load is 10 kilogram. On the 2016 is 25 kilogram. So they're definitely able to improve the capacity. But if you pay close attention, obviously the aluminum tube is much more thicker. But just this part here, like at the end, it's kind of flat and kind of round and flat. It just makes that really, really nice dynamic look, you know, almost like a tail of the bow or something like that. So it just makes it really clean looking. While we're here, let's talk about the tire. And 2016, they used a Big Apple tire. So balloon, apple, sorbet, Big Apple tire. So it's a little bit more wider, so that gives you a lot more traction. But if you're also looking at the mudguard of the fender as well too, notice this is the mudguard, and notice how wide this is. So basically it gives you better coverage because also it's a wider tire. So it provides a lot more coverage so then you don't get sprayed by the water or rain and stuff like that. The other thing is just take a look at the decal. So if you take a look at the decal in the 2015, it's almost like, hey, this is a Tern, no, DA. But if you took a look at the 2016, it's really, really subtle. It's just kind of like, you have to take a little bit, pay attention to find out those decal. I think it's really, really nice. It just kind of creates that classy, really looking, instead of loud and announcing, hey, I'm a Tern, I'm riding a Noke DA. So just those little minor details just makes this bike really, really nice looking and stylish. So another improvement, depending how you look at it, is definitely the seat. This is a 2015 seat, and like you cannot tell, but it's almost like hard like a rock, where the 2016 has a lot more cushion. So almost they are really targeted as almost like a cruiser bike than anything else. I really like this seat. So the next thing I want to talk about is the tubing that they use for the 2016. So I have a caliper measurement here. So if I put this here, so I measure approximately 37.69. That's the width of the tubing on the 2016. And if I drop it in there, you can see there's a gap in here. And so the width on the 2015, it is actually 36.6. So that's definitely a little bit more thicker or wider tubing that they use on a 2016. So I guess it make it a little bit more stronger and stiffer frame. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the information is providing you enough information that you may want to come and check us out with the 2016 Tern Folding Bike. If you like our video, be sure to subscribe our video or click like down below. And otherwise, you can check us on the website www.powermotion.ca or come by to our